It's like hearing your favorite song while you eat your favorite cheese. It's funny songs and funny stories. It's songs in the key of funny. Funny songs and the stories behind them.
It sure is. Welcome back to Songs in the Key of Funny. I'm your host, Krisitn Key. With me, as most often, it's my co-host with the Mo-host. He's the Chewbacca on this Millennium Falcon. He's the R2-D2 to my C-3PO, mainly because he makes adorable and funny sounds. It's Shaun Fisher, ladies and gentlemen. I was wondering if you were going to do it.
Gotcha.
He doesn't disappoint.
I'm the Michael Winslow in this mother.
He is the Michael Winslow in this mother. And man, we are so excited to have our guest today. You may recognize him as the Russian president from the show 24. He's the voice of Palpatine on Star Wars: The Clone Wars. He was the bassist for Foghat. It's Nick Jameson.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for that applause. Thank you for your support. I shall always wear it.
Oh my God! And thank you so much. Before we get going on this train of a podcast, I'd like to say thank you to Flappers Comedy Club for letting us have the podcast here in the comedy club. And if you haven't been to Flappers, they have comedy 9 days a week, 72 hours a day. There's comedy going so often. Usually the cooks have to quit cutting chicken to do their 5-minute sets. Come to Flappers Comedy Club in lovely Burbank, California, where game shows go to have babies. And make sure and follow us at Songs in the Key of Funny on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We have a website, and more than anything, please subscribe to us on iTunes. Now, before we get chit-chatting with our guest, Nick Jameson, we always have a classic song of the week, and because our guest is, I would say classic, but it makes you sound old.
I am old.
But this song actually is, it was written in 2010, and I don't have to play it this week, which makes it even better for you and for me. The classic song this week, written by Nick Jameson, is called Funny Mooya Fooya. And let's play a little bit right now.
She cracked both cheeks, bust a old man gut when he's been dead 3 weeks. Funny as hell in everything I do. The only time you don't be laughing when I make love to you, cause I'm a funny booyah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is this week's classic song of the week. 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 We were talking a little bit before we got rolling about the classic song of the week. You wrote it in 2010, but there was an interesting story behind. You were actually going to audition for, or you were writing a pilot at the same time.
Yeah, we had an idea. Gary Anthony Williams, the great Gary Anthony Williams, and I had an idea for a show, and we went and pitched the idea, I think, to Comedy Central. And the day before we went to pitch it, I thought, we need a theme song.
Yeah.
So I wrote this theme song, recorded in about an hour and a half, and showed up the next day. And the pilot never happened, but I ended up with this song. I ended up with this song.
We have it listed on our Facebook fan page, the Songs in the Key of Funny page. Please go download it and listen to it whenever you want. And now, Nick, why don't you lead us into the show with, this is Nick Jameson with Hipster Gangster.
All right, Shaun, I'm going to get you a beat going like
All
this. Yeah, something like that. Yo. Now let me set this up. Cause I'm tired of everybody hating on hipsters. I live in Reykjavik, Iceland, and we started this. Check out the beers and the clothes over there. So me and some of my hipster homies, we're starting a new street gang. The 101 Reykjavik Hipster Crips. Make fools recognize. Said I'm a gangster hipster, you could call me a cripster, or call me a hangster, I'm a hipster-ass gangster. My pants are mad tight, my beard's trimmed right, I'm getting messed up on Pabst Blue Ribbon tonight. Hipster gangster, yeah, hipster gangster. I roll Dayton rims on a 92 Toyota. Drink fair trade coffee and homemade soda. Homemade, that's made by hoes. I'm a hipster pimp, see? Talk sass and I sneer at your ass pompously. Say ironic stuff that you can't relate to. Blog about your ass till everyone hates you. Smack you down with my wallet chain. Knock you unconscious. I'm bringing the hipster pain, fool. You don't want this hipster gangster. Yeah, hipster gangster. Check this out. Ain't even have to talk about your mama. I'll just make fun of your clothes. Bought your shit brand new at the mall, I suppose. I jack plaid out the thrift shop, roll lumber sexual, rock bull hats and horn rims. Wouldn't be seen walking next to y'all. Hipster gangster. Hipster gangster, yeah, check this out. I send dick pics I take with a Polaroid, bitches. Step to me with an iPhone, you'll end up in stitches. From the day I was born, I watched VHS porn. Watch that VCR blinking from dusk to dawn. Hipster gangster. Yeah, hipster gangster. Hipster MCs and DJs be kicking it daily. I'll make beats with a goddamn ukulele. Like obscure indie music, hip hop can't use it. I could get shot just for busting this rhyme. That's some true shit. Hipster gangster.
Hipster gangster.
Hipster gangster.
Hipster gangster.
I got a vintage Gap from 1972. You make fun of my mustache, I'll point it at you. See, I don't give a damn. I'm cold as an icicle. Bust a drive-by shooting on my fixed gear bicycle. Hipster gangster. See, I'm mad. Hipster gangster. Check this out. So all you bro-ass, goth-ass, hippie-ass, preppy-ass wanksters, damn, it feels good to be a hipster gangster. Whoa!
Nick Jameson, everybody.
Shaun over here on the box. Oh, dropping them beats.
Thank you.
And Shaun Fisher with his mouth noises.
I like being able to do that.
Oh my God, you're so talented with the beats.
Thank you.
Yeah. So nice to have you in the room and on the show. When I looked you up, because I knew about you, I think more musically than I did. I didn't realize how much acting and voiceover acting that you had done in your career. You've done it all.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I get bored easily, so I have to switch. I keep switching.
Just so our listeners at home listening and watching, like I mentioned before, you acted on shows such as 24, voice acted for, lots of roles on Star Wars animated and other animated series as well. And your music goes beyond Foghat. You were a producer, a bassist. You also play the guitar and the octave mandolin.
Yes, my favorite.
Okay, so of all these, I guess it's what's at the center. What are you the most passionate about?
If I could figure that out, my life would be so much simpler.
I was gonna say, 'cause,
I got to keep moving. You know, I go from one thing to the other. I've been that way all my life. You know, if I'd have taken one thing and mastered it, I don't know, maybe be richer or more successful, but I don't know if I'd be as happy because my nature demands that I hip hop around from stone to stone. You know, getting across the stream of life. I'm so profound.
Swimming with the stream. That's the stream. So, were you a musical child?
I was. I noodled around on the piano. I played the drums. And then I picked up the guitar, I guess, around 12 years old. And started playing folk music. And then I got into rock and roll and blues. Really into blues. And then I moved into engineering and producing. And I'd always been writing songs, too. And then I started writing even more songs. I did a couple solo albums. And
like blues for your solo albums?
No, well, my first solo album was kind of bluesy. I was living in Woodstock, New York at the time, and I was surrounded
I've
by...
Heard of it?
Yeah.
Not the festival. The festival ain't a place you move into. That's a place you go to. Although some people wish they could move there. Now, it's a little town with all these great artists, what you would call now Americana artists, I guess. Very blues-based and folk-based. Guys like Paul Butterfield and Jeff and Maria Muldaur. Bonnie Raitt came down there to record. Oh, wow. And it's just, the band was there. And just a lot of people. So that influenced my first album. My second album was shamelessly 80s. I listen to it as now. But what was I thinking of as a producer at that point? All these synths and stuff. And then I got into acting through a series of kind of tedious events. I stopped doing music entirely and started acting and doing voiceover, and I just did that. But I did improv comedy during this time, and I did a lot of musical improv. I just gravitated to that, I think, because of all my songwriting. I just found I could do it. And so that's the only music I kept going during that acting period. And then about, I guess, 7 years ago, I started getting back into writing songs and performing and all of that. So now I'm trying to mix it all together, you know what I'm saying? And I do. And when I do stand-up comedy, which I'm starting to do now, I mix music and stand-up and improv and all of that.
So why stand-up after, I mean, all this career? And I guess as a stand-up for so long, why would you try that now?
Why do you want to do this?
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like what Icelanders say. You moved from L.A. to Iceland? Why? I don't know. I just never done it. I mean, I used to perform at the
So like a
comedy
fetish.
store.
You picked up stand-up as I never tried that before.
I was an improv snob. I used to actually do improv stand-up at the comedy store in the main room. If I'd wanted to start writing stand-up, the greatest opportunity in the world, but I didn't because I was just like, stand-up. But I don't know. I went to Iceland, and there's a great stand-up scene there. A lot of really good stand-ups.
Huh.
English
You don't
language.
think about that when you think Iceland, right?
Yeah, nobody knows what's going on in Reykjavik. Reykjavik's the hippest place in the world.
Reykjavik, they don't even know about Reykjavik.
Don't know.
Reykjavik in the building.
Yeah, man, Reykjavik is in the building. There's more talented guitar players in Reykjavik than anywhere on earth. Great musicians, funny people. It's just such a creative place. But to answer your question, it was just going on there, and some friends of mine were doing, and I thought, man, I'm going to try this. So I just got hooked on it, and I like writing about stuff that means something to me. I don't really write jokes, you know. Each set is about something, and a lot of times I'll cap it with a song about that thing at the end. So it's just inspiring to me. It's like I get to write about stuff that I care about in a funny way, so... Maybe I would be jaded too if I'd been doing it for 20 years. 2 years. Give me time, Krisitn.
2 years,
I'll get
beautiful.
jaded.
It's beautiful. No, I mean, I watched probably more of you than I do of most guests, you know. And I was looking at your stand-up though. I thought it was amazing how good you are at freestyling, as not only a comedian but as a I don't even say what do you say, a hip hop artist.
Well, I've been into hip hop since the beginning, and my whole theory about doing musical improv is to do the style legitimately. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't make fun of hip hop. I try to be the best rapper I can. You know, if I do a country song, I want to make it the best country song I had. So that's my thing. You know, because coming from a straight music background, I guess.
You just wanted to go out there and do the best. Well, it helps that we do a segment every week. It's called Shaun's Little Hip Hop Corner, and I kind of want to open with it today,
Sure.
probably because of your opening song and the fact that I know you just do. And for the folks at home, go ahead and just Google Nick Jameson and watch his stand-up and watch how his set begins.
Do I have stand-up online?
You do.
What do I have?
I don't know, but it's you in Reykjavik.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
and you
remember
come
doing-
out and you immediately start freestyling about the person that introduced you, and then you start freestyling about the people in the audience right from the beginning. And I thought, well, that's...
Who put that up? Because I had no idea. I got to check that out.
And then there's some nudes of you. They're breathtaking.
Oh,
They're
wow.
breathtaking.
I gotta watch this online presence
Very
thing.
tasteful nudes. Like, it
They are
almost
very-
looks like a photo shoot.
They make the octave mandolin look amazing.
It's a well-placed octave mandolin.
Yeah, see, I don't need a mandolin. It's too small. I need
I need that octave
I need a cello, you know?
Well, the hip hop segment usually starts with Shaun teaching us a little bit something and a quick bumper. Learning stuff about hip hop, teach us something, Shaun. Learning stuff about hip hop, teach us something, Shaun.
All right, guys, welcome to the Hip Hop Corner. So, my question for you today comes down to lingo that is popular in the hip hop community right now.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
What you talking about, fool?
Exactly. So, the word that
Nick's
I
up. He's with it. He's hip.
I'm the coolest. I'm down with it. But yo, so the word that I am wondering if you guys.
The word
is stan. S-T-A-n.
Dan.
Do you
I don't
know what this
that.
means?
I have no idea what that means.
No worries, Krisitn. Do you know what stan means?
I'm gonna stand here until you tell me to answer.
I'ma stand here and I don't understand.
Yeah, that's what my guess is. My guess is I'm gonna stand here.
I'm going to Uzbekistan.
So stan is actually a verb, the way that it's being used in the hip hop community.
Right.
And
That's
it is
how I used it. I stand here.
I love it. That's very close. And it is a reference to the Eminem song from like early mid-aughts,
yeah, I
the
love
song
that song.
Stan,
Yeah.
which tells the story about like one of his like super fans that goes like way too into it. Yes, exactly.
Did it with Elton on the Grammys.
So now, if you say that someone is a stan, they are like an over-eager fan of whatever you are saying. So you can stan macaroni and cheese. You can stan the Beatles. Like,
Beautiful.
Oh, like I stan apostrophe D, Nick Jameson before the show today.
yeah, you were standing hard.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when we got to those nudes.
Yeah, all right. That's great. That's
So I
great.
figured if we're gonna do a hip hop
Figured?
song, I figured, hit that hard F in the front of that word.
Yeah.
I figured that we could do a song about something that we stan, and I'll
Okay.
just make a beat, and then we can
Something that we're super
like
fangirl
into.
about.
Yeah,
Super into.
stan girl if you want.
You want to pick something, Krisitn, or
What are we into? I'm super into Star Wars.
Star Wars?
And I was
Okay.
going to ask you, you took on a lot of voiceover roles for the Star Wars animated series stuff. Were you a Star Wars fan before you took those roles?
I wasn't a stan, but I was a fan. I like Star Wars, man, any way I can. I'm a stan for Star Wars. That's my thing. That is whereof which I sing and rap if I can about standing for Star Wars. Yeah. Now Chewbacca didn't really talk, let alone rap. He just went roar and all that crap. Now you had the Emperor, he's a friend of mine. He's the kind of fool that would kick you behind. He's coming from the dark side, he's not nice. He'll kick your ass not once but twice. I'm standing for Luke though, cause he's my friend. Mark Hamill, yo, I'm with him to the end. He's a friend of mine, a great voiceover person. You know, you'll never find a better. Stand, man. Standing, I'm standing. I stand up for standing on Star Wars. I'm standing up for standing all day. If you see me standing in line, you know I've been there and I'll stay there all the way. I need to get the ticket for each one that comes out. I'll be fanning my ass off, no doubt. I'll be standing in line and standing for the movie. I know it's gonna be groovy, it moves me. Now here we go, one more time, what do I stand about? Let me see, 3PO, he was a man about talking crazy in the British accent. You have to know what's happening. He'd be like, oh, D2, don't do that. And D2 be like, beep. Yo, let me see, who else can I stand for? Well, Princess Leia. Oh yeah, a soothsayer. Help me, Obi-Wan, help me get it done. I stand for her, I stand for Alec Guinness. Man, that actor really knew his business. I'm standing for the whole thing, standing for the franchise. Standing for anything on the screen that comes to my eyes. I don't care, I stand all day. On DV, VCR, I don't care any old way. So I'm standing for this movie. I'm standing for, what's his name, George Lucas. I'm standing, I'm glad we're doing this. Yo, so that's the story of my standing for the Star Wars. Standing for the Star Wars franchise. Standing for the Star Wars franchise. I'm standing for the Star Wars franchise. Yeah. Ooh. I learned a new word.
I feel like I'm looking at myself, like in 30 years. I'll be real nice and say 30 years.
I don't feel like we can do a hip hop justice unless you get it. You got to get a verse, Shaun.
Okay, I'm in it.
All right.
Here we go.
Want me to be for you?
Stan, sure. All right. I got flows, you know I'm gonna flaunt. Rapping about Star Wars and Coruscant. Yeah, man, I got a lot more planets in store. I can rap about anything like Yavin 4. All right. Yeah, man, I'm super duper. I'm standing on Vader like a stormtrooper. Yeah, oh man, what's great, sir? I'm showing up with a purple lightsaber. Yeah, I'm coming into the action. Mace Windu with my Samuel Jackson. All right, yeah, I'm action-packed. act, and you know that I be bringing all that satisfaction. Oh yeah, I be going out on tours, telling people they should see all of these Star Wars. Yeah, man, like every single one. Rogue One, even that one is getting it done. Oh yeah, oh man, keep them on a roll, bro. I like the prequel 3 and the solo movie, the one that's gonna be about Han. I'm rapping on and on till dawn. My name is Shaun Fisher, the bomb with the microphone in my hand. Man, I can grant wishes. Oh yeah, and I might smoke swishers. Oh yeah, stand on it forever. I'm that Mister. Yeah, man, I be going, leave this mic with a blister. Oh yeah, wanna get in fights and I'll fist cuff you, and that will not be enough, dude. I'm not bluffing, I'm not tricking. I'm standing up here, standing while you're guitar picking. Yeah, alright, now here we go. Let's continue on with the rest of the show.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Man, you rap much better than I beatbox.
Oh,
Say that.
my God.
together we're unstoppable, though.
You guys.
Yeah.
Freestyle. So when did you get into hip hop?
Oh,
This is my favorite episode so far.
I was driving down the 3rd Avenue in New York in a Thunderbird. Who makes that? Pontiac? I don't know. This crazy car that I rented.
Sounds good in this story.
And Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, the message comes on. I had to pull over to the side of the road, like Mel Brooks said. I pulled over the side of the road. It was just too dope. And it was like, oh, man, this is it. And from then on, I was just a huge fan. I just ate it up. And, you know, I loved to freestyle and stuff. I didn't start writing raps until fairly recently, but I've always loved freestyle.
Well, you're very good at it. It's fun to watch. I also noticed that while I was standing you today, that you're an accent sponge.
I do tend to be, yes.
So when did you? I'm gonna make you do it. But when did you notice that you did that? And is it something that you were conscious of doing? Because I travel quite a bit. I notice when I'm in Minnesota, my vowels get rounder, and when I'm in Texas, my draw comes out. But were you doing it on purpose, or is it just part of a traveler's like chameleon speech?
I grew up bouncing around the world. My dad was an archaeologist, so we moved around a lot.
Are we in a movie? This is fun. This is really fun.
Nah, it's true. And I just started noticing the way people spoke, I guess. And my dad was also a big fan of British comedy, so the British accents particularly, I just loved them. We used to listen to stuff like The Goon Show, and then, of course, we got into Monty Python and all of that stuff. So it's just something I always loved. And then when I started doing voiceover, you know, it was something I could use. So I started trying to get better at it, you know, and studying it a bit, you know. And yeah, it's fun. And I've gotten to play a lot of really cool roles that I wouldn't have been able to get to play if I hadn't had that, you know.
Yeah.
I think the favorite role I ever played on TV was in Lost. And he was a little Australian psychic with a funny little voice. Sort of a timid Australian, goes against type. You know, normally for Australians. G'day, mate, how you going?
I'm real shy.
But I'm real shy, you know. I based the voice on an Australian country singer named Slim Dusty, who sort of
Slim Dusty.
He had this reedy little voice, you know. So, and it was a really well written part, so that was a lot of fun for me.
Would you? What's your favorite accent to do? I think I guess for comedic effect, what would be your favorite accent for comedic effect? Because I'm going to make you sing a song in that accent.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Well, you know, it's hard to beat Cockney for comedic effect. I love South African, man. You know, the Afrikaans. But I'd say for comedic effect, it's hard to beat Cockney. You know, it's not the
Cockney for comedic effect. Yeah. And now we're going to need a suggestion from our producer, Barbara, a.k.a. Roxy the Fox. Hey, a suggestion for something a Cockney would sing about. And we'll make it a Bangers and Mash.
Bangers and Mash.
Let's see.
This is our mash banger.
Yeah.
That's right.
For those of you who don't know, Bangers and Mash is mashed potatoes in it and sausage.
That's right,
It's
yeah.
really disgusting. Oh, don't want no pastrami, no corned beef hash. You wanna make me happy, give me bangers and mash. A bit of butter or margarine. You'll see me with the stuff dripping all over me chin. It makes me happy, don't really know why. If I can't get it, my mom saw me cry and she made a hot pot. I loved it a lot. Bangers and mash, bangers and mash, bangers and mash, bangers and mash. Don't care about gourmet cooking, I don't really care. I'd rather take a big pot everywhere. I'll go into a fresh restaurant and pull it out. If they tell me I can't, I'll say, why not? I like to be like Columbo and eat crap food in nice restaurants. I can't help it. I love bangers and mash, even though it's considered crude. It's really quite a delicacy. No, it's not. It's just food. It's just the kind of thing that you eat when you got nothing else. The rest of the time, you should really leave it on a shelf. It'll make you put on about 20 pounds. You won't be skinny no more. You'll be quite round. Bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash.
Yeah. Now, since we're doing a samba, I suppose I should say dum ba ba dee na, som dum ba dee na ring. Bangers and mash. Bangers and tall and tan and really quite fat. Look at that cat over there. He's had a great big meal of bangers and mash. Any amount of cash will buy it. It's probably worth about 2 pennies. Here's some. You want any? Bangers and mash. No, you don't. I understand why. It's crap food, really. But I'll eat it till I die. When they lay me down in my coffin, they'll pour it over me, and I'll be sitting there grinning, just as nice as can be. When I get to heaven, that's what God will give me. Bangers and mash. You can get it for free, probably, because it's so horrible.
Bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash. I fear my cockney might have gone down the toilet while they're trying to do a samba.
I enjoyed it very
Cockney
much.
samba, yeah.
You start to want to sing like this when
Too critical of your Cockney. Too critical of the Cockney. Oh, Nick,
Yeah.
would you favor us with another original song?
Of course.
I can't remember what your second one was going to be.
Well, I think I mentioned before I did a TED event in Reykjavik,
Yes.
and the subject of that was local ideas applied globally. So I thought, what do we have that we could share with the world? So I came up with this little ditty. I sing of... Oh, wait, that's too high. I'm still in that key. I sing of Iceland, a nice land to live in, and we're given so many wonderful things that we can share with the world. Solutions to problems, and only we can solve them, because we got some resources that nobody else can claim. Let me explain. Volcanoes are potent. They keep you in the moment by reminding you that you could disappear under a pile of rocks in seconds. I'm feeling other nations should be building some volcanoes of their own just to remind them of the preciousness of life. That's right. Now, war is hell, but so's a certain smell. What if wars were fought with rotten shark instead of bombs and bullets? That's something we have there. It's a delicacy that makes you throw up. Because no one can stand it, and if we carefully planned it, the armies would retreat and swear to never fight again. And I ain't even started in on Brennivin. Check it out. Now that stuff might scare you, but it can kill malaria and any other pestilence that's known to mankind. Mosquitoes and locusts, E. coli and Ebola. Don't worry about bubonic plague, 'cause we can kill it with Black Death. That's what they call Brennevid. Life goes so fast these days, yeah. We barely slow down to smell the flowers. Behold the mighty glacier. It moves a millimeter every couple of 100 hours. Now there's information to inspire every nation. Check out Snæfellsjökull, even if you can't pronounce it. So peaceful and graceful, a thing to emulate, y'all. And take it easy, baby, because slow and steady wins the human race. Yeah. And finally, Íslenska, that's Icelandic. Another language. Okay, I'll do it again. Finally, Íslenska, a lovely language that tends to stretch your brain, so you should learn it if you are concerned about the ravages that time can take upon your mind. Learning a nearly impossible language can improve mental precision, so you will make the right decision to come here and visit us in Iceland. Don't think twice, man, woman, boy, or girl. Come join us as we do our humble part to save the world.
Iceland, everybody.
Iceland. Give it up for Iceland.
Move
Iceland in
to
the house.
Iceland. Do you speak Icelandish?
Iceland.
I'll just always try and be corrected.
You speak ish.
It's
you
alle
speak
ikke
cold?
svensk. I'm working on it. I've been very lazy at it because everybody there speaks perfect English. They speak better English than we do.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
it's
Do they
just-
have is there an accent, an official Icelandic accent?
Yes, it's hard for me to do because when people speak to me, I'm not listening to the accent. I'm listening more to what they're saying. So, and I don't think Steven Spielberg is going to call me and ask me to do an Icelandic accent.
Steven
So it's probably
Spielberg
the worst
is
accent.
listening to this podcast. We should let everyone know.
It's got very nice scenery over there. You should come to Iceland and shoot, and I'll do whatever accent you want. Yeah,
They're beautiful
it's a
things.
very small country, 340,000 people, and they're the only people that speak that language.
Isn't that where
But
the
I am
fjords
gonna-
are? Are the fjords in Iceland?
There are some
Maybe
fjords.
Norway.
I mean, I think Norway is the fjord capital, but there are fjords. Yeah, it's a
There's some
beautiful
fjords.
They're
There's-
built fjord tough.
Fjord.
I'm
there
going to
are
stand the fjords.
You can stand the fjord. I feel like I've made a monster.
Yeah.
I stand this channel. I'm
Y'all
watching
gonna be
right now.
standing in Iceland by
I'm
the
going to
time.
be standing in Iceland. Flights were cheap. My friend went and said it was gorgeous. He sent pictures. It was a magical place. I'd never seen
Oh
anything
yeah,
like it.
it really
it's gorgeous.
is. It's otherworldly. It really is. I'm such a 101 Reykjavik rat. I spend all my time downtown. I don't get out in the country as much as I should. But next summer, I'm doing it.
What's a day in the life of Nick Jameson in Iceland in an Icelandic accent?
Well, I get up in the morning. I get up in the morning and I say, oh, hérna, that's the filler word. Like we say and you know, they say hérna.
Oh, and French people say,
Hérna. Yeah, hérna, sko, hérna. And I maybe write some material for a stand-up, or I write songs. I do some kind of business, things like that. And then at night, I'm either doing stand-up comedy or I'm playing blues music at Dylan. Come down on Wednesday night if you're in
Wednesday
Reykjavik.
night is Dylan.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're listening and you're in Reykjavik on Wednesday nights, go
Wednesday
to
nights at
Dylan.
Dylan's.
Dylan.
Monday nights, stand-up comedy in Gaukeren. Great show. Also, I think Wednesday. Ooh, I just realized I got a problem. They just put a new comedy night on Wednesday. And it's the same night I play blues. I gotta choose between stand-up, and comedy and blues. But yes, or I do hip-hop. Every night there is something going on in Reykjavik.
Wow.
Yes. And
It's a good life.
I play Irish trad music on Thursday. Yeah, it's a good life. It's good.
You're the most interesting man in the world.
I'm realizing that the more we talk, I agree.
Are you standing our guest?
Yeah,
You are.
I think I am.
I love
Pretty
to be
hard, man.
I'm about to ask you a few more questions, but I feel like we need to be holding instruments for this. And so pick up that purple instrument box and let's grab yourself an instrument because we're about to play a game called fun game. All right.
Anytime you have to preface it, you know it's going to be
Well, everyone needs a bumper, and and our producer just asked if she's the only one that remembers. I remember Foghat. Does everybody remember the band Foghat? Yes. Yeah. I think everybody remembers Foghat.
Yeah, they keep popping
Mine
up.
doesn't do
Slow Ride keeps popping up on.
Well, and
movies and commercials.
did you play bass on Slow Ride? You produced that, didn't you? That
I
arrangement.
produced it. I played bass on it. I was one of the voices on it. Sang harmony on it. I played telephones on that. I used dial telephones as a percussion instrument.
Oh my God!
And the bridge, and it's loud. You can check it out. Check this out yourself at home.
I'll be listening to Slow Ride on the way home. My two music producer buddies, I'm gonna call them also and geek out about you, but they also know you, so they'll just say, yeah, we know Nick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This story's boring.
Because I'd want to, I'd be like, oh, Alex and Chris. They'd be like, yeah, we know Nick.
Oh, Alex. We love Alex.
I know.
What up, Alex? Call me. I sent you a message. You didn't come back. Come on. I want to see you before I leave town. All right?
Alex.
Oh my God! Assuming
That's
that Alex Burke is listening to my podcast.
He better be.
All right. So, which instrument did you choose, Shaun? Which instrument did you choose? Tell me about that instrument while you're playing it now.
Oh, I will give in to your questions when you beg. Oh man, right in my hand I hear I've got a shaking egg. Yeah, man, I'm gonna shake it, and I will shake it a lot. It is blue and it is also got some white little polka dots and a face on the bottom that kind of made me scared. I was not aware, so I was real unprepared. But I keep on going, and I'll sing just for a while. And me and this little shaker were friends, and now we smile.
Well, which instrument did you choose, Nick? Which instrument did you choose? And can you play that instrument while you're telling us about it now?
Well, I will try. Maybe I'll lay off the triplets, but I will try. I picked up some bongos. They're smaller than a conga. They play them in the Congo. That's a terrible rhyme. But I love playing bongos. Play them all night long. I love playing bongos, but they don't fit in every kind of song. I suppose a classical aria would never sound sorrier than when you play a bongo to go along with it. Now, if you'll notice, I'm not playing, I'm just banging with one hand, because I never really was a major bongo stan. I ain't stand bongos yet, but one I'm gonna get. I'm gonna maybe get 2 or 3, because bongos are for me. Great! Woo!
I love this. Why'd
I choose that instrument? Me. Why'd I choose that instrument? Can I play this instrument while I'm talking about it now? Well, I don't mean to be rude, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I never liked playing this game, but I grabbed a tambourine. But it seems like when I'm playing it, it seems like I'm so far from the instrument that I truly love. That instrument is the guitar. Now I'm playing my guitar again, and I feel like I'm right at home. So we can move on next to the game, and that one was really fun.
Really phone.
We've had a request with our instruments or without to sing a little song about the Super Bowl, which is coming up right now. Super Bowl, sing a little song about the Super Bowl.
I am the sports anti-stan. I know nothing about it, so this
Patriots,
is all gonna be bull crap,
Eagles.
everything I say.
Okay, I don't know much about them either. Yeah.
Eagles. I'm from Philly. I can sing about the Eagles.
There you go.
Yeah, Fly
can
Eagle,
say
Fly
what I
Eagle. Is that
like.
right? Just a classic blues song about the Eagles
with
versus the
that.
Patriots, the Super Bowl. Or if you don't like sports, we can sing about soup or bowls.
I'm from Philly. You may think it's silly, but I never watched sports. Never been on a basketball court. I used to play pit football, but I got tackled so much, y'all, and it really hurt. I ended up with my face in the dirt, but the Eagles are for me. They representing for Philly. Now you notice I say Eagles, not Eagles, cause that's the accent, see? Oh, I'm from Philly. You talk about $5. You talk about getting a hoagie and stuff like that. Everybody loves the Eagles and the Inquirer. There's a couple of words that you say like that. And so do I, yeah.
So do I.
South Philly, North Philly, East Philly, West Philly. We all love that football team. If you know what I mean, talk about it, Krisitn. Go ahead.
I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl at home alone. And when I say watch, I mean I'll be passed out on the couch. Home alone. I really don't watch those. I pass out and eat nachos for the Super Bowl. Go and take it, Shaun.
Alright, I'm gonna take it. Singing, well, let me see. Patriots versus Eagles circa 2003. Yeah, we're getting it again, oh damn. And moms are gonna watch not Donovan McNabb or Terrell Owens. No, they are not in the Super Bowl. We're looking at Tom Brady going against Nick Foles. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Football, just try me. I know so much about it. Running back Jay Ajayi was on my favorite team. He was on Miami. But then they went and gave him away, and now he's winning the Grammy version of the thing that you will win in football. Vince Lombardi's trophy. Oh, I really hope the Philly wins.
Yeah.
Because I can't see Patriots winning it again, and that would be 6 times out of 8 tries. I don't like Tom Brady, don't trust Bill Belichick's eyes. It's just something going on in his mind, and I just do not hope that they win this time. Go Philadelphia Eagles.
And you can drink soup out of a bowl, too.
Oh yeah,
Right.
soup and
Soup or bowl.
Would you like the soup or just the bowl? We can bring you a handful of soup or an empty bowl.
Bring you a refreshing beverage and maybe a glass, too, if you pay for it.
It's time for 5 random questions. In this game, we're going to ask you 5 completely random questions written in under 5 minutes. Each question corresponds with the letter of the alphabet A, B, C, D, or E, and will be played in that key. Please answer the question in the form of a song.
Okay.
Let's start with A. All right. What's the worst? What's the worst? What's the worst? What's the worst? What's the worst illness you've ever experienced while traveling?
Well, I'm not gonna go with diarrhea. That won't work. That would make me look like a jerk. I'd have to say the time I broke my ankle in Philly. Now we're back to Philly. Ain't that silly? But I was in the hospital for almost a year. Now rock climbing is something I fear. So, that's my story about a disease in Philly.
That's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst.
That's the word.
That's the worst.
That's the word.
That's the worst illness he's experienced while traveling. I guess we'll go to a B now. You've got to order a pizza for a large group of people. What do you do? What do you do?
Well, anything but pineapple because everybody hates it. Maybe take some cheese, maybe I graze it over it. Put some tomatoes on, that's always a winner. So let's get it on.
That's what he'd do. That's what he'd do. Let's move to C. You've been elected mayor of a small town in Kansas.
Congratulations.
So, what's your first official act as mayor?
Boy, I have to think about that.
I'll repeat the question.
Okay.
You've been elected mayor of a small town in Kansas. Congratulations, mayor. So, what's your official act as mayor?
Well, all right. I'm gonna make a list of everything that's opposite of what Trump would do. Because when I think of Trump, I think of you. If there's any supporters out there, well, I really don't care. I'm gonna hate them anyway. And let me tell you what. I was born in Missouri, that's near Kansas. So I don't really want to canvass the place and get opinions. I'd rather get right on in there and say no hate, no racism, no anti-gay stuff. Everybody in Kansas got to be chill. Now that's kind of vague, but it's kind of important. So that's what I do.
That's what he'd do as his official first act as mayor.
And if Trump shows up, I'll kick his ass.
Oh, I like that too. Let's go to D. Do you ever pee in water? And which ones are okay? Like oceans, but not hot tubs. So, which water's off limits and which is totally okay to pee in? Do you ever pee in water?
Well, with all the things that is happening today, peeing in the ocean is probably okay. It's better than putting mercury and plastic in it. So I could pee for maybe 10 minutes
Yeah.
and no fish will die. They won't cry. And I'm gonna tell you why I like to pee in water.
Why he likes to pee in water?
Lenny Bruce said anyone who jets out of the shower when to pee is a schmuck. I can pee in the shower and swim in it like a duck. That's kind of disgusting. What's this rap I'm busting? If I were you, I wouldn't trust it.
Wouldn't trust him.
But when you pee in the shower, it goes down the drain, so you know it's not going to cause anybody any pain. It may seem lame, it may seem crazy, but I don't get out of the shower to pee. I'm just too lazy.
He pees in water. Ooh, he pees in water. And that brings us to E. You've been cast in a huge movie. It's the part of your life. And you have a love scene. That's the good news. And the bad news, it's with a guy. So my question, what's the name of the movie? And who do you choose as your male co-star? Let me rephrase the question. So you've been cast in a movie. It's the part of your life. Big director and a great opportunity. There's a mega love scene like super nude. And it's with a dude. So what's the title of the movie? And which male actor you gonna get nudie with in your movie?
Alright, get nudie in a movie.
That's right.
Here's a big movie, it's a hit across the nation. It's like that old movie Terminator, but I call it Termination. Arnold, you know, he's kind of scary, and he's the guy nobody would marry. So bet everybody will understand, even though they miss him, that he's not the kind of guy I won't kiss him. I'd have an excuse for not becoming gay, even though it would make my dating life a lot simpler today. Because I don't understand women, and they don't understand me, so I'm not gay. I don't understand, see? I'm gonna have to work on that. So catch me in that movie, Steve.
That's right, in a movie. Catch him in that movie.
Where I have to kiss a guy.
But gets to kiss a guy, but he's not gay. In that movie.
But I'm trying to be. Yeah.
And that's how you play 5 random questions. Oh my God, you played so well. I think you should get all the points.
That's so fun.
Yes.
He gets all the points.
You are ahead. You're winning.
I know, and the audience just keeps going wild while we're playing games. Let's. You want to play a round of musical Mad Libs while I've got you here?
Oh, sure.
Oh, hex yeah.
This is this one. This now, you've done voiceover. You were bassist for Foghat. So the theme for this Mad Libs is High school memories.
High school memories.
I don't know if any of our listeners or viewers are aware, but we had a guest scheduled for today, and she got the flu. And so it's by sheer luck that we were able to have you on today, and I'm so grateful that you were able to come by. But I also had to recycle her musical Mad Libs, so you get Julie Brown's High School Musical Mad Lib.
I like how you entered it though. You were like, so obviously because you've done all this voice acting and like you're from Iceland,
Well,
I figured.
in hindsight,
Oh, wait, am I being Julie? Is that what I'm being?
no, you're just, I think it's funny if you're you. And I need to remind everybody that Julie Brown will be our guest next Monday.
week.
Yes, she will be on, and she was of course Homecoming Queen's Got a Gun. She wrote that song. It was very big on Dr. Demento. She's been in everything. Earth Girls Are Easy, and well, anyway, Google her. We'll see. Julie Brown next
Nice
Monday.
teaser for
Tune
next
back in for her. But we were incredibly lucky to get Nick in her absence because you're only in town for what 12 days?
I'm leaving Saturday.
Yeah, I know. So it was really like he fell into our laps.
Yeah.
We should give her his
Well, I should
musical
say I
Mad Libs.
saw Krisitn last time I was in town. I was just blown away, and I'm so glad we had the same agent. That's how we met, and I was so.
We were also
glad
both
to get
born in
to-
Missouri.
Huh?
I was born in Missouri as
You were
well.
born in
I was
Missouri?
born in a small town called Aurora, Missouri. Yeah,
I was born in Columbia.
Yeah. Aurora, Columbia. Yeah, Missouri.
Missouri.
Missouri. Yeah, right. Show me
Missouri.
state.
Show me a barefoot child.
Yeah.
That's me. All right. And yeah, next week for Julie Brown, I think I'm going to make her Star Wars themed. No reason. All right, so this one is called High School Memories. And for those of you just joining us, this is Songs in the Key of Funny. I'm your host, Krisitn Key. With me, as always, is Shaun Fisher, the co-host, and our guest this week, Nick Jameson. And we are at Musical Mad Libs. This week's theme, High School Memories. And if you don't know how to play if you don't know how to play Mad Libs, there's a story. I've written a story, and I left blanks in the story. And I sent those blanks over to Nick Jameson in an email, and I let him know what the parts of speech I thought they would be. And now I will sing this story type song, and when I get to the blank, you'll pretty well. I'll give you a little. You'll know. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
High school memories. I can't believe it's been
3.14159
years since high school. It seems like only yesterday I was
equivocating.
down the halls. My time at
Barstow,
high school were the
frumpiest.
time of my life. That's about right.
Frumpiest time of my life.
Frumpiest time of my life. It was the coming of age chapter in my life. At school I was learning about.
Home economics,
At home I was learning about.
goats,
And in the backseat of cars I was learning about.
hubcaps. Stolen ones.
Boy, I was exhausted.
So many hubcap facts.
Had a lot of extracurricular activities to keep up with.
I see Godzilla written down as a fictional
Godzilla
character.
in the high school play. I was Godzilla in the high school play. Learning all those lines was,
Chocolatey.
needless to say, I was nervous. My
Cranium.
was shaking. But right before the curtain went up, my boyfriend handed me a beautiful bouquet of
Ramparts.
how beautiful. When the
Enjoy this
curtain
wall.
went up, we put on the best performance of
The producers.
starring Godzilla that audience had ever seen. Truly the night was.
Irrepressible.
Then came the prom. Our theme was
A critique of pure reason.
I win a Schrodinger.
the gym was decorated with streamers, balloons, and
Domiciles.
well, I had coordinated my dress color with my boyfriend's tux, so my dress was.
Forest green.
And his tux was an elegant shade of.
Burnt sienna.
Oh, those colors go great.
And needless to say, our prom picture was.
Quite acrimonious. 7, yo.
That's murdering a
And
person.
I think I've exceeded expectations. If I had any advice for the graduating class this year, it would be to stay.
Sublime
Also, don't experiment with.
ruffians,
And if you're gonna have sex, wear a.
cummerbund.
As the cheerleaders always said.
Oh, the goats!
Oh,
The
Hey, we got time for another Nick Jameson song. You want to play? I might pull out the banjo for this one.
voice.
We need the banjo, yeah.
Man, this has been a fun
It's
one.
so great to have. This is
Right.
Nick Jameson in. Guys, stand him. Stand him.
Stand him hard.
Stand him hard, guys. Just
Some
stand him
folks
so
can't
hard.
stand me, but some folks can. I think
If
I
you
may
can't-
change my name to Stan.
Stand the heat.
Can't stand the heat. Get out the kitchen. Don't be bitching.
Stand the Nick.
Hey, yo, Lil Wayne, Young Jeezy. Y'all always talking about the dirty South. Y'all don't know nothing about the dirty South. We finna bring some real dirt down to the South. I live in a rural area. I'm a farmer, I'm gonna harm you. I'm gonna send you crying to your mama. I'm gonna cause you emotional trauma. Cause I'm a farmer, a farmer. I'm gonna bust you in the head with a rake. Cause your bullshit I can't take.
No.
Either slap you across the face with my spade. Because you so bitch made. Check it. I'm a farmer. I'm gonna harm you. I'ma send you crying to your mama. Gonna cause you emotional trauma. Cause I'm a farmer. A farmer. I'ma throw you in the pen with the sheep. And I'll be fast asleep. Dreaming of some shit to do that could be unpleasant for you. I'ma take you to the county fair. I'm gonna leave your ass out there. Roll back to the farm in my pickup truck. And when I think back on it, I won't give a damn. Cause I'm a farmer. Gonna harm you. Gonna send you crying to your mama. I'm finna cause you emotional trauma. Cause I'm a farmer. Farmer. I'm gonna run over you with my combine today or tomorrow or sometime. I'm gonna tell my billy goat to kick a hole right through your throat, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna hunt you down with my hunting dog. Slap your face and slap my hog. Don't expect me to show no pity. Gonna squeeze your neck like a milk cow's titty. Let me introduce you to my hoe. This hoe ain't no girl, you know. This hoe used for scraping dirt. When I hit you with my hoe, it's liable to hurt. Can't mess with the farmer man. He plants stuff into the land. I'm gonna plant your sedity ass too, and that probably might kill you. It might. It probably might. Yo. You hear that cow say, "Brr." That cow be saying, "Screw you." You hear that donkey say, man, I couldn't understand a thing that donkey was saying.
What?
Yo, Krisitn, could you make that out?
No.
No, I think I better ask him to say it again. Hey, yo, donkey, say that shit again, what you said. Oh, I got it this time. That donkey, he said screw you too. I'm a farmer, gonna harm you. I'm gonna fill your life with drama. I'm gonna cause you emotional trauma. I live in a rural area, bitches. Krisitn Kid on the banjo.
Oh.
Shaun Fisher on the beat.
Nick Jameson sliding that guitar. That's Nick Jameson. Everybody, find him, follow him. Are you what are you on the social media?
My social media presence is pathetic, but follow me on Facebook, and I will be putting up concerts and stuff like that. You know.
And in Reykjavik, go follow him in person.
Move
in
to
Reykjavik. Move to Reykjavik.
Move to Reykjavik. Come on, check out the shows. Golden Gang Comedy Mondays and Wednesdays. Blues at Dylan later on Wednesdays. We do Irish trad music at the Drunk Rabbit on Thursdays, and various and sundry other events happen all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for being on the show, Nick.
My
it was
great
a pleasure to have you on. Guys, make sure and find us and follow us on Songs Key of Funny on Instagram, Twitter, Songs in the Key of Funny on Facebook. We have a website at Songs in the Key of Funny. Subscribe to us on iTunes and review us. Thank you from Shaun Fisher and Krisitn Key. This show has been called
Songs in the Key of Funny. Funny songs and the stories behind them.
I'm going to have that farmer song stuck in my head for the rest
I'm a
of my
farmer. Bottom, 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 farmer.